Hello everyone, it's daytime. I'm Buster the Fox, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. That's right, we're going to be playing Pokémon trading card game for the Game Boy. This is one of my favorite Game Boy Color games of all time. I have 2 physical copies of this. It's that good. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Let's start a new game and name our character. Of course, we're going to go with Buster. There we go, and it just barely fits in the 6 spaces allotted. 6 spaces. I mean, I know it's an old game, it's a Game Boy game, but seriously, only 6 spaces for a name in an English game? Also, there's no lowercase letters, so yeah. Buster is crazy about Pokémon and Pokémon card collecting. One day, Buster heard a rumor. The legendary Pokémon cards. The extremely rare and powerful cards, held by Pokémon trading card game's greatest players. The Grand Masters are searching for one to inherit the legend. Dreaming of inheriting the legendary Pokémon cards, Buster visits the Pokémon card researcher Dr. Mason, because Pokémon card researchers exist in this world. Fun fact, my new intro is actually a remix of this song that you're hearing right now. Also, the legendary Pokémon cards kind of actually aren't that strong, but we'll get into that later. Oh, why the rush, Buster? What? You want to learn how to play the Pokémon trading card game? So, you too finally want to start playing the card game. Well, dueling is more fun than just collecting cards. First, you should try playing with a practice deck. Here, I'll give you this deck, and now you need an opponent. Hey Sam, play with him for a while. Yes, Dr. Mason. Hello, Buster. Okay, let's give it a try. Hey Buster, hurry and come here! I don't understand why that line of dialogue needed to be here. So yeah, this is going to be a tutorial duel. It's very slow and it's very boring, so I'm going to skip it and I'll be right back. Alright, the tutorial battle is over and now we're on to building our deck. This is equivalent to choosing a starter Pokemon in, I almost said official Pokemon games. This is obviously also an official Pokemon game. What I mean is a main series Pokemon game, like one of the RPGs. This is kind of also an RPG, but I digress. Did I bring my cards? Yes, I did. I'll hand them over to you, Dr. Mason. Let me add some of my own cards to yours. Now, Buster, what kind of deck do you want? Please select the deck you want. So, here we have a choice of Charmander, Squirrel, and Bulbasaur decks. Charmander and Friends is a pretty balanced deck. Of course, all of these being starter decks kinda suck a little bit. This is a Fire, Lightning, and Fighting type deck. I recommend this one because it comes with a Charizard, which is obviously a great card. I like it also because it comes with Lightning Energy. I'll go over that a little bit later. It's a pretty balanced deck overall, but, you know, not the best, as none of these starter decks are going to be. Next up, we have the Squirrel and Friends deck. This is a Water, Fighting, and Psychic type deck. Of course, this one also comes with Blastoise, which is pretty good for what it does. It has a nice Poke Power that lets you attach as many water energies as you like from your hand in a single turn. It also comes with Seal and Dugong, Dugong being one of the most versatile cards in the entire card game, in this game anyhow. It also comes with Lapras and Hitmonchan, which are a couple of pretty good cards, but it also has 2 useless Ghastlies, and just a whole plethora of trainer cards. Just a whole bunch of one-ofs. It's not really that great. But if you want to go for a water-type deck, then this is the one for you. And finally, we have Bulbasaur and Friends. This is a Grass, Fire, and Water deck. This one obviously comes with Bulbasaur through Venusaur. There's really not a whole lot to say about this, other than it has 1 single Flareon and only 3 Fire Energies. Yeah, it's pretty bad. This one is actually not one that I would recommend. It also comes with the Dugong combination, and it has Eevee, and it also has Vaporeon. So if you're looking to build an Eevee deck sometime in the future, this is the one you'll want to choose. But, not the one I would choose. As for myself, I'm going to go with Charmander and Friends, because I have a specific strategy in mind. Okay, a Charmander and Friends deck. Here are the remaining cards. Buster received a Charmander and Friends deck and 30 cards. You should duel with many different people. Why don't you go to one of the card clubs? There are many people playing at the clubs. collect new cards and try building a new deck. Alright, so with that we are now free to go wherever we want because the introduction sequence is over. First thing I want to do is open the menu by pressing start, go into config, change the message speed to fast, and change duel animation to skip some. Now you may think I'm going to be going through the duels too fast this way. The funny thing is, with duel animation on skip some, this doesn't actually skip any animations at all. What this actually does is it allows the player to skip the animations using a button press. So, yeah. The reason I skipped the tutorial duel in the first place is because it was super slow, and I wasn't able to get into config before I started it, and, you know, it would have taken forever. It would have been really boring. But now we actually want to go back to Sam and choose normal duel, because what we want to do next is start grinding for some cards, since our starter deck isn't really that great. So what we're going to do is we're going to duel Sam, of course, like I already said. And this is exactly the same as the practice duel that we just did, and we don't even shuffle the deck, and we use the practice deck and everything. So, yeah. Once you win this duel, you only get a pack full of energy cards. So the first thing we're going to do is grind for some energy, and I'll meet you after that. Alright, so we have plenty of energies now. Let's get one last pack and see what we got. Good assortment. So let's see, let's go into card, look at our energies. Oh yeah, we got plenty of energy for the rest of our time here. So let's go ahead and save so I don't lose any progress, because that would suck. And let's finally head out of the lab. So, since I have Charmander in the Friends deck, it would make sense for me to start at the Grass Club, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. But first I'm going to show off the other clubs. We have the Science Club, Fire Club, Psychic Club, Rock Club, Lightning, Fighting, and Water Clubs. Then over here we have the Pokemon Dome. That's like the Elite Four area. That's where the Grandmasters are. Challenge Hall, this is where tournaments come up occasionally. We'll go over that when the time comes. And this is a mysterious person's house. He is not there at the moment, so let's not waste our time and just head straight to the Grass Club. We're met by Ronald. Well, getting the Grass Medal wasn't that hard. If I keep this up, I should be able to get the legendary Pokemon cards. What? It's you, Buster. What are you doing? Huh? That's a deck! Are you trying to get the legendary Pokemon cards? Yep, we are. What? I can't believe it! You? The legendary Pokemon cards? Don't make me laugh! Alright, listen up. I'll teach you what it's about. To inherit the legendary Pokemon cards, you must defeat the 8 Club Masters and get the 8 medals. Then you have to go to Pokemon Dome and defeat all 4 of the Grandmasters there. There's no way you can do it. You might as well just give up and go home, cause the legendary Pokemon cards are gonna be mine. I already won the first medal. See ya, Buster. So yeah, that's Ronald. He's our rival. Basically the Gary character, proverbially speaking. He sucks, he's mean to us, and all that kind of stuff. Whatever, let's move on. So, up there is where the actual club leader would be, or at least, you know, would be if she was actually here. She's actually gone at the moment. What we need to do is defeat all of the Grass Club members, and they will tell us where she is. All of the clubs have a little lobby area over here, where one of the Grass Club members is hiding. We're going to start with Brittany here. Taking care of plants is hard work. Let me rest for a while. Who? The master of the Grass Club? Do you mean Nikki? Nikki's out. I need a break. Do you want to play the Pokemon trading card game with me? Yes, let's go ahead and duel. Okay, a single match with 4 prizes. Let's start! So here is our very first official duel of the Let's Play. We're fighting Brittany, and she has the Etc. deck. So the Etc. deck. Let's just say there's a reason we're starting by going against this character. If you'll look at her deck list there, you'll see she has Grass Energy, Fire Energy, Lightning Energy, Fighting Energy, Psychic Energy. Yes, she has a 5-type deck. For those of you who are not familiar with the trading card game, This basically means that she will never ever have the kind of energy she needs for her Pokemon. Except for maybe those grass energies, since she has 8, but whatever. So yeah, this is a very easy deck to beat compared to the other ones in the Grass Club. So yeah, we are going to defeat her! So getting to the duel at hand, we are starting with Growlithe, and we were able to go first. We attach a Fire Energy, and we have an Arcanine in the back here, which is a pretty good Pokemon. So that worked out. Let's start with Bill. He lets us draw 2 cards, and we'll put Charmander and Magnemite on the bench, and that'll end our turn. So, I'm not going to go over too much of how to play the Pokemon trading card game here for those who don't know. But basically what happens is you have to get basic Pokemon, which are first form Pokemon like Growlithe and Charmander and Squirrel, and you put those on the bench. And then you can evolve them later on to their second and third forms. And in order to attack, you have some cards have multiple attacks. Basic Pokemon sometimes only have one like this. Let's go ahead and look at Charmander. He's a good example. So here we have Scratch and we have Ember. The numbers to the right show how much damage you do, and then up there at the top you can see HP with a few circles there. On actual cards that would be a number, but since this is the TCG, they wanted to show it in a more visual manner, I guess. So Scratch takes 1 star. What is that? Well, that is a colorless energy, which means you can use any color of energy you want to energize that attack. So once you have 1 energy, you can use Scratch, and all that does is 10 damage. But Ember over here, you'll see it has a little fire next to it. That means it takes a fire energy and 1 of any other energy. This does 30 damage, but it has a secondary effect in that you have to discard a fire energy attached to Charmander to use the attack. Now, 30 damage and having to discard a card is not that great. It can come in handy in bad situations, but basically never use that. Wait until you at least have Charmeleon, because he has the same thing, except he does 50, and it takes a bit more energy, but whatever. Down the bottom of the card you can see the retreat cost. That is always colorless. It will never be a colored energy. To use that, you need to discard 1 energy, in this case anyway, and that will let you switch out this Charmander for whatever I have on the bench, and I can choose that. And I can do that as many times I want during turn, but definitely only use it when you need it, because you do have to discard energy every time you do it. Below that is the weakness and resistance. So all cards have types, as you can see in the upper right corner. This Charmander is a fire type. If it gets hit by a water type move, it will take double the damage. Yes, that's how it was back then. In the TCG these days, sometimes you'll only take plus 10 or plus 10, plus 20. Some cards that are stronger will still take double damage, but in this trading card game version, it is always double damage. As for resistance, this Charmander does not have one, but if it did, then if it got hit by, let's say that it had a grass-type resistance. If it were to take a grass-type attack, it would reduce that damage by 30. So if it did 30 damage or less, it just wouldn't take any damage. So resistance can be pretty useful when you can make use of it. Those are the basics. In order to win, you have to take all of these prizes. I can't select them. But you can see those 4 cards. Normally you would play with 6 prizes, but in this trading card game video game, they usually do less than that, unless you're fighting a boss. So in this case, we only have 4 prizes. Once we take all 4 of those prizes, we win the game. Or, if we can make it so that the opponent doesn't have any more Pokemon on their bench. So as you can see, this opponent only has 1 Pokemon out, and there are no other Pokemon on their bench. So if I can take out this Oddish here before she gets another Pokemon on the bench, then I can win the game. So here's another great thing. We're going to attack with Growlithe's Flare here, and this Oddish is weak to fire. So let's see if she puts a Pokemon on the bench. She does not, so as long as I'm not paralyzed... but I am. Oh well. That's fine. Because I have an Arcanine. Let's see, he has Flamethrower for 3 energy, so let's go ahead and evolve him, and that will get rid of any special effects that I get. then I can just attach an energy, use Flamethrower, and I have to discard for that one, and defeat the Oddish for the win. So yeah, Brittany is pretty easy to beat. Especially if you chose Charmander and Friends, she's definitely very good to grind cards off of, because every time you beat a trainer in this game, you get a pack. That's right. In this one, let's see, we got a Lapras. The rare card in the pack always starts at the top, and then the rest of them are just commons and uncommons. So yeah, this Flareon is pretty good. Ah, here's another thing special about this particular game. There are Game Boy specific cards. Yes, this particular Flareon is a card that you will never be able to find in real life because it does not exist, as signified by the GB next to the image there. So there's nothing particularly special about this Flareon here, but most of these Game Boy specific cards have effects that do stuff at random, like drawing random cards or doing random amounts of damage, that sort of thing. It's pretty interesting, and I really like the concept. I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, and you usually get 2 packs. In this one we got a Dragonair, which is pretty cool, and we got a Game Boy Jolteon. Yes, there is also a Game Boy Vaporeon. There isn't a Game Boy Eevee, though. Oh well. Alright, so that was Brittany. I guess that's that. There are different types of packs, by the way. She gives mystery, and every time I beat her, she's always going to give me a mystery pack. And there are also Laboratory, Coliseum, and Evolution type packs besides that. And like I said, every trainer is going to give you a different type. So let's go over here and duel Heather. Master Nikki is out right now. Where'd she go? That's a secret. Let me see. If you defeat 3 members of the Grass Club, I'll tell you where she is. So, how about it? Alright, 4 prizes. So we're now going to duel Heather. Among all of the Grass Club members, first of all, there's only 3 of them in the first place, so you have to defeat all of them, despite her saying, how about beat 3 of us? Yeah, there's only 3 of them in the first place, so, you know. Anyway, among all of the Grass Club members, Heather's deck, Kaleidoscope, is definitely the hardest to beat with a Fire-type deck, mainly just because she has a Eevee deck. So she has Vaporeon. As you saw earlier, that Charmander I have, as well as most of the Fire types in the game, are weak to Water types. So whenever she gets out her Vaporeon, it's possible to just get wrecked by it if you're not careful. So be careful about that. Luckily, she has started off with a Porygon. She's about to change its resistance to Fire-type. That sucks. But the thing about Porygon here is that this Porygon has no attacks whatsoever. It's basically just a stall/support Pokemon. It changes the weakness of your Pokemon and the resistance of itself. And it only has 30 HP, and as you can see, she only has Porygon. So if I'm lucky, I might be able to knock it out before she gets anything else out. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, right. Resistance. Great. And she just got a Bill, and she put out another Porygon. Alright. Oh, and a Ditto. That's a special Game Boy Ditto. Fun fact, the original Ditto from the, I believe the Jungle set, is not actually in this game, as well as, the original Electro card. Or one Electro card is missing. I'm not sure which one exactly. Alright, I'm going to have to strategize a bit here, because Fire-type Pokemon aren't going to do anything because it's got a resistance now. This Meowth might be able to do it, but it chooses its attack target at random. Like I said, random targets with these things. Let's attach a Fighting Energy, because we've got a Magneton in the back, and we might want to save those Lightning Energies for later. So this Meowth takes 2 energy, so let's just go ahead and end our turn since we won't be able to do anything against that resistance. Alright, just did that again, whatever. So let's do this, and then let's retreat from Meowth, and see what Cat Punch does. And it hit Porygon in the back. Luckily these things don't have very much HP, Oh, and the one thing about this resistance-changing attack it has, it cannot change itself to colorless. So that means it won't be able to resist my Meowth's attack, which is pretty good. Let's re-energize that Growlithe for later. And then we hit the Porygon in the front. Not bad. And just this again. Alright. Come on, kill it. Yes! Alright, good stuff. So, now that we killed it, we get to take a prize. We get a Fire Energy. That's not going to be too helpful since we have a few already. Aha, and she's going to attack me with Ditto. So I'm finally in danger. Let's see, what is my retreat cost on this guy? Just one? You know what? I'm going to go with Cat Punch again, because I want to see if I can't take out that Porygon she has in the back. Because if I take it out, I will still get a prize. Yes, I got it. Very good. Alright. Full heal. That's kind of a useless card, usually. In this particular game, it's not as bad as it probably would be, because a lot of the trainers have decks that are based around certain archetypes and stuff, and some of them like to play status decks, so it's not completely terrible. But anyway, we're going to switch out to Growlithe now. Let's see, she put a Venonat on the bench. That'd be really nice if I could use a Gust of Wind right now. That's a card that lets me switch the opponent's Pokemon with something on the bench, of course. The reason I would want to do that is because then I could abuse Weakness and kill it in one shot. Oh, it just used Morph. And it morphed into something terrible. Yay! And we can use Plus Power and defeat it right now. Sweet! Plus Power lets me do 10 extra damage with my attack. So let's take the second to last prize, another full heal. Ugh, I have so many of these. Oh man, she has another Ditto! Stop with the Ditto! I hate it! Okay, Zapdos is useless. It takes a ton of energy. Alright, let's attach that to Meowth. I just want to finish this. Let's do it, come on. Water energy. Pound. It's possible that next turn she might try to use Morph again. Oh, but it's okay. There we go, let's win. Hooray for the clutch Arcanine there. I guess that wasn't really clutch. I mean, I was going to win either way, but... Alright, so we beat Heather! She luckily didn't get a Vaporeon out, which was pretty good. And she gives us Coliseum Packs. Coliseum is by far the most useful kind of pack you can get, and we got a Scyther. I always seem to get Scythers from her in this... Scythers are pretty good, because they take only 3 colorless energy for their attack. So if you're not interested in using Sword Stance, you can put him in any color deck you want, and he will just work. So, good stuff there. We got another Dugong. I'm not planning to use him. Magnemite, Grass Energy, Switch is okay. I could use that to replace a full heal in my deck. Let's see what's in the second pack. We got Item Finder. Item Finder is useful. You can get trainer cards out of your discard pile. And Charmeleon, that'll be useful. That's about all that is useful here. Alright, so let's just go ahead and move on to the last trainer that's here before we need to fight the Grass Club leader. It's Kristen. Are you looking for Nikki, the club master? I don't think she's here at the club at the moment. Yeah, we know, we know. I don't want to take care of plants. I want to duel you because you're the last person I have to beat. Don't take me lightly just because I'm a girl. Alright. Kristen is the final Grass Club member. She has the Flower Garden deck. So she has a single color deck. She has a ton of grass energies, a few double colorless energies. The thing that's a little bit dangerous about this is she has Venusaur, she has Vileplume, and she has a single Victory Bell, making it so that she won't get it out that often, but she will definitely be getting it out if you play her enough. So let's see, I got kind of a bad draw here. I have 1 fighting energy. This guy needs nothing to attack. Well, 1 regular to attack. Yeah. And I have a Magneton in the back. I guess I'll start with Charmander, then I'll throw these guys out. And we go seconds. Okay. Ugh. Excuse my chair, I know it's really loud, I need to get a new one. Alright. And we're paralyzed on the first turn. This is going well. So Charmander got taken out. I was able to get a mishmash of stuff going on. I have a Machop on the bench now, and I was able to get a second energy on Ponyta, so I might actually be able to take out this Licky Tongue. I don't know. I just kept on getting paralyzed. It's annoying. Oh, now Tangela came out. Stop paralyzing me. Good. Good, good, good. Oh man. If I can get another fire energy, then this might take only a couple more turns. Or not. Alright, Pikachu, you can go on the bench. Actually, I can use plus power. There we go. Now, as long as I don't get paralyzed... Don't paralyze me. Alright. Yeah, okay. Good. Alright, sweet. There we go. And I should be able to take him out, finally. This thing has so much HP, it's such a pain. Alright, let's get that prize, and the rest of her Pokemon are grass types on her bench. Let's see, search your deck for a basic Pokemon. Okay, so she's just gonna get another Oddish out. That's not a problem. Alright, and we got a Fire Energy. Perfect, so we can Flame Tail this thing, one-hit kill it. There we go. Get that prize, and Tangela comes out. Uh-oh. More paralysis! This is why Full Heal is useful against this particular trainer. And I got destroyed. Shoot! Well, let's put out Machop, because I have a Fighting Energy, or two. And I just got a Full Heal, so just in case I get paralyzed, I can actually use that to my advantage. And Pokemon Trader. This is a useful card that I wish I had, but I don't have it yet. So she just traded an Ivysaur for a Bulbasaur. That's kind of silly. Normally you'd want to keep the Ivysaur and then get the Bulbasaur so that you can evolve the Bulbasaur later. But maybe that's all she had, I don't know. This is the AI after all on a Game Boy game, so it's not that smart, I guess. Alright, so let's attach this to Pikachu in anticipation for using its attack. Let's put Rattata down. And I don't have a Charmander down either, so we'll do that. Did I attach an energy? Yeah, I just did, to Pikachu. So there we go. Now, hopefully she doesn't attach an energy. Nope, not to Tangela, she didn't. Alright, and I'm not paralyzed either, so I can save the Full Heal. Fighting Energy... I guess I'll put this on Pikachu. Because it has a one-colored, one-colorless attack. Alright, so we only have one more Pokemon to defeat before we win. But Machop just went down. Shoot. Ooh, we're actually even right now. She only has one more prize. Alright, well, let's attach this to Magnemite. I should be able to win as long as I Thunder Jolt it. I'm gonna do damage to myself, but that shouldn't matter. I don't know. If she paralyzes me, it's okay. Oh, so glad I have that Full Heal right now. See, Full Heal can actually kind of save you in this game. There we go. And let's finish it. No problem. Yeah, okay. And there we go. We have defeated Kristen of the Grass Club. Oh, I lost! Well, I guess this is for you. Kristen gives us Evolution Packs. Evolution are the second most useful packs in the game. They have all of the second stage Pokemon, like this Victory Bell like right here. It also has, Charizard, I believe? Yes, of course it has Charizard. He's on the picture of the pack. Rapidash, Jinx, Weeping Bell, Metapod. Here's Eevee, so this is obviously where you get Eevee, since it's called Evolution and all that. Nothing too great there otherwise. Oh, yes! Hype! Got ourselves a Charizard! I was going to have to grind for one of those either way, because he is definitely integral to my strategy. Which is why I chose Charmander and Friends in the first place. And Energy Retrieval. I'm gonna want lots of these, because that's also part of my strategy. I apologize if there's some background noise. I keep on hearing dogs barking and stuff just barely through my headphones. So there we go. The Pokemon trading card game is fun, but Shell is taking care of trees. I believe Nikki is at Ishihara's house. Maybe you should go meet her there since she's late getting back. Alright, so Ishihara's house, where is that? Well, where else could it be? It's this unknown person's house up here. So let's go and visit. Ishihara is not here, but Nikki is here. I am Nikki, the Grass Club Master. What? You were looking for me? Oh my, I'm very sorry to keep you waiting. I was doing a little research here. I assume you would like to duel? I only duel at the club. I'm sorry, but could you meet you... Grass Club? She's going to Grass Club. Whatever. We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. But not before we do a few more duels against the Grass Club members, and grind for a few cards, because I want to get this deck just better than what it is. There's a lot of cards I want to get rid of, such as the Zapdos. Look how many energy it takes. And I think I want to get rid of those full heals too. Plus, having a triple type deck is pretty bad. We're almost just as bad as etc. So yeah, I'm going to grind for a few cards. Dog! Silence out there! Silence! I don't know if you guys can hear that. But yeah, I'm going to grind for some cards, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. I have just defeated Brittany one last time to get a mystery pack. I've got pretty much everything I want, and that's perfect. I needed that Raichu actually, and I'll show you why in a bit. Let's see what we need, or get in here. Nothing interesting, but anyway, I want to show you. She has a typo in her dialogue. Whenever I lose, I get irritated me. Isn't that interesting? You can totally see how that typo got made. But anyway, let me show you my current deck. I call it the Energy Burner deck. I've been grinding cards for about 2.5 hours, and check it out guys. Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Growlithe, Arcanine, and Magmar for Pokemon. 18 Fire Energy, 2 double colorless energy, and then Professor Oakbill, Breeder. You can see what I've got here. These energy retrievals are very important. I was considering grinding for 4 of these, but I think 3 will do well enough, and Energy Search is 2. Energy Search in a single type deck is actually basically the same as just adding an extra energy, but since this is a video game, there is a random number generator which affects all of the random outcomes of things such as coin flips, and that doesn't change very often while you're playing a duel. But one of the few things that does change the RNG is playing a trainer card, whereas playing a Pokemon to the bench or playing an energy card does not change the RNG. So that's why I choose to include an energy search. And then you can see the rest of the stuff I have here. Good stuff. So yeah, the basic idea behind this is Magmar, Arcanine, and Charizard, and Charmeleon, and Charmander in fact, they all have attacks that you have to discard energy cards to use. And so, but that's the drawback. The best part is that those are all pretty strong attacks, even for Charmander. I mean, 30 damage on a basic Pokemon for 2 energy is pretty good. But before I head off to beat Nikki, I want to show you this last here. She has a trade. If you trade her an Oddish, she will give you a Vileplume, which makes no sense, but let's do it. There we go. So that's a powerful card you can get if you're running a Grass-type deck. There we go. I didn't quite finish what I was talking about with my deck, though, was I? So I discard a lot of cards, but using the energy retrievals, I can get them back from my discard pile. And, I don't know, basically, it works pretty well for me, especially in this game where there isn't a whole lot of competitive card playing. So anyway, enough rambling. Let's finally battle the Club Master Nikki. I'm Nikki, the Master of the Glass... This is the same thing she said at Ishihara's house. I'm sorry I kept you waiting. Shall we duel? Alright. Let's duel! And of course, as you can see, she plays with 6 prizes because she is a boss. So, Nikki, the Club Master, she plays with the Flower Power deck. As you can see from the deck list here, it looks like she doesn't have a whole lot of cards, but actually, the thing is, she has a lot of cards that she has 2, 3, and 4 plays of. In fact, she doesn't have any cards where she only has 1 in the deck. This is actually a pretty dangerous deck, as you can imagine, since this is a boss. As you can see, she has Bulbasaur through Venusaur, Oddish through Vileplume, Execute, and Executor. Now, what she's going to aim to do is use that Executor, because it has an attack called Big Explosion, which lets you do more damage for each energy card attached to your Pokemon. Using that in combination with Venusaur, you can get a lot of damage because Venusaur has a Pokemon power that lets you transfer as many energy as you like from any of your other Pokemon to any other Pokemon, basically. So if you have an energy in play, you can count it as being attached to anything you want, essentially. On top of that, she has 2 Pokemon breeders, which allows her to do, for instance, if she has a Bulbasaur out, she can use Pokemon Breeder and evolve it straight into Venusaur, skipping Ivysaur, which means she could get a dangerous Pokemon out really fast. Same thing with Vileplume, she can skip Gloom. So yeah, basically you just want to take out her Pokemon as soon as you can. I'm going to start by playing Growlithe, because I have enough energy for that, and Arcanine here is in the back, so I'll be able to play him soon. And we're going second, okay. So Oddish, and I'm probably going to get paralyzed here, let's see. I am. Ooh, okay. I'm going to take my time thinking out my turns with this duel, because I'm going to need to play a little bit more carefully here than I have been. So I don't need to play Defender, I can't attack because I'm paralyzed. So let's see what you do here. Stun Spore. Alright, good. So, I'm going to do double damage because this Oddish is weak to me, but I'll do 40, so instead I'm going to play Plus Power, and I'll do that. I'll wait on playing this Arcanine. Oh, and of course, double colorless energy is so very useful, especially in this deck, and I'll show you that next turn. So there we go, the first KO. I'm already 20 hit points down though. Alright, so let's use this Bill. Nice! Nice! Good stuff. Alright, let's put Arcanine down. Double colorless. Is there anything else I want to do? I don't have any energy to retrieve. And I already have a Charmander out, but I only have 2 Pokemon out, so I might as well. I don't have that many basic Pokemon types. Let's see. I don't have any other fire energy, but I have an energy retrieval in the hand, so it's okay. I'll go ahead and use that. Boom. Computer Search, not bad. Computer Search is one of the most versatile trainer cards ever. You do have to discard 2 cards in order to use it, but look at that. I just got an Arcanine, and I don't need that Arcanine, so I can use that as one of the Pokemon that I get rid of. I want to keep Breeder and Retrieval, so let's get rid of Defender. And it seems like kind of a waste, but I'm going to get a Fire Energy, because I want to attach that to Arcanine here. I don't have anything to breed, I already attached an energy, and you can get 2 energy at a time with Retrieval, so I'll save that. Takedown, I actually take damage, I take 30 damage when I use that, and normally I play 1 or 2 Super Potions in this deck, since they heal a lot more than a regular potion, and you have to discard a card in order to use it, and then I can just, you know, it's all about discarding energy and not really caring in this deck. Let's energy removal. Oh, nobody has energy. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's see. Oh man, I need another fire energy. Okay, let's use energy retrieval then. Actually, I have an energy search right here. So let's use that instead. Alright, energy. And gosh. I didn't have a gust of wind, did I? No, I did not. Okay. If only I had some healing. I just don't want to... Hold on, what can you do? Yeah, Hypnosis. And I don't have a full heal in this deck anymore. Let's see. And I don't have any energy on the back. But I do have a Charmeleon and a double colorless. Okay. Well, let's go for the flamethrower. Hopefully we'll draw a fire energy next turn, so we can use this again. Okay, I didn't get one of the prizes. Finish the turn without attacking. Gust of winds. Shoot. Ah, of course, energy retrieval. I'll just get rid of that. Get these, and that is the win. Alright, she doesn't have any more Pokemon in the back to send out. There we go! And that's how we defeat Club Master Nikki. As you can see, this deck works very, very well, especially compared to the old deck. So yeah, we got the grass medal. And that is the first medal of many. And Nikki gives us laboratory packs. These will be our first lab packs. And Electrode, perfect! That's one of the cards I needed. You may have noticed that I am really holding on to these electric type cards. We also got to recycle, that can be useful. Obviously this fire type deck does not work very well against, ooh, that's cool. It doesn't work very well against, electric types. No, what am I saying? It doesn't work well against water types, duh. So I'm going to have to build an anti-water deck in the future. And I have pretty much all the cards I need for that now. But anyway, that is all the time I have for today. So thank you guys for watching. This episode might be a little bit long. I'm not sure if the other ones will be quite as long as this one. But thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please remember to leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe before you go to see the rest of the episodes in this brand new series. But until next time, goodbye everyone. It's nighttime.